We are live. Hey, everybody, we are live. I got excited there. It was a little
Yeah,
early, but we're
you was a
live,
little
you
hype
guys.
there.
I was a little hyped, but it is our
Came in
last.
a little hot.
Listen, it's our last show of the season, all right? So I think that I deserve to come in a little excited today. If you guys are just joining, welcome, Love Lockdown Podcast. Today, we are going to be having a really good conversation. I'll tell you a little bit more about the topic in a minute, but make sure if you guys are joining that you are sharing the broadcast as well as letting us know where you are from because we really enjoy hearing where you guys are, your location. Not that we're stalkers or anything, but it's just really fascinating and cool to see like where everybody is from like all around the world. So yeah, Chris, are you sharing right now? Are you
Yes,
enjoying yourself?
yes, I am very much sharing, my dear.
Can you believe that this is our last episode of season two?
Episode 14,
Our
another season
first
in the books.
season live though? Like, can you
Live
believe
season.
it?
Listen,
Oh
it,
man.
and for those of y'all tuning in right now whose first time this is, this episode is filmed live like all of the rest of the episodes. And
Yes.
then tomorrow they will be available on all the podcast streaming networks. That's iHeartRadio, iTunes, Google Play, Napster, Spotify,
Everything.
whatever
Everything you can think
whatever you can
of.
think of, we on there
We're
in a
on
billion
there.
different countries in a billion different places. That's why we want to know where you're at. So please let us know where you're tuning in from because we love to talk about who we got in here. And we know for sure every episode, Ypsilanti is in the building. What's up, James? How you doing?
Yes, and I'm trying to share right now, y'all. So I always struggle with that for
Alex
some
is in the
reason.
building.
But
What's going
hey,
on?
Smooth, what's going
Yo,
on?
LA in the building.
LA. It's gonna be a good show today, y'all. I'm
Brad
excited.
Squad is up
So
in this bad boy too.
you almost said
Justin,
in
what's
this
going
bitch.
on? Yeah, I did. Almost turned up. So
Got a little excited there, huh?
yes, I did. Yes, I did. So listen, we always repping for everybody who rep us. Thank y'all for tuning in this season. The biggest season thus far. Next season will be even bigger. Um,
Yeah.
just to keep it going, my auntie's in the building. What's going on, auntie? Texas is in the building. Fort Worth, what up? Uh, but we got a beautiful episode for y'all today. So listen,
Yes.
if you know somebody who is single and who needs rules to going on that first date, they might just struggle with that, getting past that initial attack. Today is the day
Possibility.
where on Love Lockdown, we're talking first date rules. So make sure you tagging those people in this broadcast. Matter of fact, just tag all your single friends.
Tag everybody who's single. They might need to hear this, and even people who are dating probably need to hear this too, because dating isn't marriage, and you might just have to go on another date eventually in life. So, hey, Carly,
Carly's in the building. What's
what's
going on,
going
Carly? How you
on?
doing?
Yay! Last episode of season
Last
two. Let's
episode,
go.
Tashara's in
Um,
the building. What's
hey
going on,
sis.
Tashara?
So okay, shout out to
D-Town
our
representing.
sponsors. Yeah, D-Town representing. Shout out to our sponsors before we get started. As you guys can always see, we got Bel Air in the background. So they're always looking out. Everybody today has a bottle. So yeah, today I have the black bottle. This is the rare rosé. You've got gold.
Go bottle.
And I know our two guests today also have. Did they both have the black bottle?
We shall see when they get on, because
I think
I'm not
so.
gonna lie to y'all.
You
Yo,
were
so
paying attention.
yo, real quick, we got D-Town in the building. Alex said it's West LA. Get it right. So what's up, Alex?
Oh,
Erica's in the
listen,
building. Lansing is in the building.
bestie. That's my
Yo,
bestie since 2 years old, y'all. Get a
it's that
bestie
time,
like that.
and it's that time where you
It's
walk
that
us to that
time.
front door, baby. So please start us off.
All right, y'all. So welcome to Love Lockdown, the podcast. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are listening and where you're watching from all over the world. Today we are going to be talking about first date rules. Okay? First date rules. It's going to be a really interesting topic. We've got two special guests. It's going to be a good time. One you're already familiar with because she was on the show, set it off. What? How many weeks ago was that?
2 weeks, I believe.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
Time
ago.
flies. Time flies. So yeah, this could be a good show today. If you're drinking Bel Air with us, make sure that you pop bottles. Let us know. Send it to me. Tag it to me at the end of the episode so I can post you on my Instagram story because that's where it's at.
Yes, yes. And if you are our first time listener, this show is filmed live. Love Lockdown, the relationship podcast.
Yes.
It is available on all streaming podcast networks as well. So let's discuss these beautiful guests we got today because I'm
Yes,
pretty
yes,
sure they're
yes.
willing to join. So the new guest that we have today for y'all, she goes by the name of Tay Tay on Instagram,
Yes.
but her special name is the Healer. She specializes in a lot of things from yoni steams to what do you call that, babe?
This
Toner.
is toner, rose magic toner. I've been using this for my face for like at least a good month and a half now, and I'm obsessed with it. I even had this in a skincare routine on videos last Saturday, so the love is real. I have not used the yoni yet. I can't wait to use this. I gotta do a review on it, but yeah,
Yoga, tarot
love
card
it.
readings, anything that you can think of that heals the body, she specializes in. So make sure after the episode, we'll make sure we have her site linked on our Facebook page, so you guys can go check it out. So
Mm-hmm.
introducing none other than LaShante Mitchell.
Yes.
Hey, hey,
Hey y'all, how y'all
how you doing?
doing?
Hello. I'm good. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm over here burning the sage, trying to get the energy
You gotta
together.
get it. You gotta get it
Trying to get
together.
the energy together, but I'm feeling good.
I'm glad. I'm glad that
That's
you're getting
good.
the energy together too, because everything I've heard today has just been so negative with the news. And just every time someone texts me something, it's horrible. I'm like, is there any positivity today? So burn that stage, girl.
Burning it
Burn it on
to
up.
get my vibe together and just so everything can just flow.
Get it together. I see you got the black Bel Air bottle.
Yes,
I see it.
shout
So we're
out.
matching. We're matching. That's what I thought. Okay. Okay. And
So
then
listen, Tate, I can
Mhm.
hear that fan a little bit. If you can,
Okay,
if you could slash that for me, I would appreciate it.
give me one hot second.
and
Okay.
it's gonna be hot because it's got to turn the fan
So
on.
so listen, so
How's
yo,
that?
way better,
Oh, it's much
Okay.
better.
way
Much
better,
better.
way better. So listen, we got to bring our next guest in. I know she's backstage waiting. For those of y'all who don't know, she goes by Always Miss D on Instagram. So make sure you follow. Also, the other name she goes by now is the Project Chick. She specializes in diaper cakes, and I just found out as of yesterday you cannot eat those. Um, she also specializes in specialty baskets, so any type of theme, she'll knock a cold basket out for you, whether it's
Yeah.
candy, a college, whatever it may be, she'll knock them out for you. So introducing again for the second time this season, the Project Chick, Always Miss D.
Hey y'all.
Hey girl.
What's
Hey,
going
Hey.
on? What's up,
sis,
sis?
was you already coming on here repping for Mrs. Kisses?
Please don't get me started.
I'm listen. Listen, we need. I'm trying to see. Chris, your head is cut off a little bit. I don't
Yeah,
know if
yeah,
that's gonna
I'll
help
fix
you
it.
out, but
I'll
I
fix
don't
it.
know if
Don't
that'll
worry
help
about
you
it.
out. But listen, today I'm going to make sure I do the promo for Mrs. Kisses because sometimes Chris likes to be a little ratchet with it. He likes to say that it's good for the titties to make it look good. Ladies, they are breasts, okay? So,
Y'all is
so
so funny.
make sure you guys check out mrskisses.com. They're the bomb. It is a bra that pretty much does everything. It's backless. It's strapless. It's really a tool more than anything. It makes the girls look good. Perfect for dresses, formal, clubbing, whatever have you. You guys have seen it. I've got many videos on it, so yeah, check them out. That was way better than the titties. The titties look good.
Definitely, definitely. Listen, so if you want your titties lifted, make sure you go to mrskisses.com
I can't stand
and listen.
you.
He had to say it. He just had to get it out.
Yo,
It
and we
wasn't gonna be
appreciate
right.
y'all for joining us
Yes.
on the last episode. I'm hiding under the sign and stuff, but
Thank you.
we're
Right.
about
Thank
to
Thanks. I
go
you.
in.
appreciate you.
No problem, no problem. And make sure you guys are sharing the episode if you're watching. Let's go through a couple of these comments and see what we got here. So
Who we?
we got we got Pac
Hey,
Boy in the building. What's
bro.
going on,
Pac
Pac?
boy.
How you doing? Uh, we got Emily in the building. What's going on, Emily?
Yay.
She
Hey,
Hey,
finally
Emily.
Emily.
made it.
She finally made it.
Okay.
She's been on before,
Yo,
though. I've seen her.
my boy Drew is in the building. Yes,
What's up,
sir.
Drew?
What he
What's
sheeshing
goody?
about?
Right, what's that?
I
What
know.
Listen,
sheesh?
Sheesh. Sheesh.
he's sheeshing because I did the Mrs. Kisses promo.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah,
you
that
know
looks a little
when
sheeshable.
get your titties lifted, go to mrskisses.com.
What
Sheesh.
sheeshable?
Uh, Melinda's in the building. Hey, Melinda,
Hey,
how are you?
mama. That's my mama.
Listen,
Aw.
Period.
Hi. Hello,
listen.
hello.
As always, Mr. Javon is in the building. He said,
What's up?
he's celebrating the vibes, but he needs a date with both of the guests, separate or together.
Wait a second.
Wow.
Wait,
What he's celebrating? What's he
separate or
celebrating?
together? Oh, what's he selling?
He's celebrating
Javon,
the
would you
Mrs.
like to disclose
Skip
that?
all
Because,
that. We getting
hmm.
flued out or not?
Oh, okay, thank you.
So we did get
Yes or
we
no?
did get an answer from Andrew about what he was sheeshing. So before we get into the episode, I'm just gonna click his answer. And them titties. Listen, we got
Oh
plenty of them on
Lord,
this episode,
Hold
that's
and
on,
crazy.
y'all. Hold
That is
on,
crazy.
because I gotta, I feel as if before the episode's over, I gotta get one of them Mrs. Kisses bras so you guys can have a visual of what I can't try it on because obviously,
You just can't.
Can't do that.
Facebook rules. That would be an OnlyFans type of thing. But I'll definitely get the bra out so you guys can see it. So yeah, it'll be a good time with that.
yep, Cuz is in the building. He said he came on at the right time. Yes, you
And he's
did.
and he's definitely
Listen,
talking about you too because that's my cousin. So I know you're
yes,
Heck no.
listen.
Hey,
So
cuz.
listen, before we banter this whole episode out, because I already know it's gonna be crazy, we have to get into the topic. And introducing the topic to y'all real quick is first date rules. So Javon just said he needed a date with both of the guests. So maybe if you stay tuned, you can figure out what they like and what they don't like. And the
That's
reason that
good.
we
Flued
have
out records.
listen, fluid our record. So if you do not know what women like and what they expect on a first date, this is the perfect episode for you. And this is the reason why we have 3 women on the panel today to set the record straight. And I'm going to try to hold it down my best for the guys. And we might need a guys episode next season, going into the next season, about what guys expect on the date. But today we're going to get some questions answered. So, first and foremost, to get into this episode, and I'm going to put y'all on spot. Let's go with Tay first because you're new.
I knew you was gonna
Um,
do that.
Oh, you did it
Dang.
like that.
Tay,
Right.
please,
What?
Oh.
please give us the summarized version and give us the good details, of course, the ones we want to know, of your worst date, your worst first
Whew.
date.
So, my worst first date was this guy asked me out. I agreed. He came to pick me up. He said we was gonna go to the movies and we was gonna go out to eat. So Buffalo Wild Wings was right across the street. We get there. I order a salad, water, because I'm just trying to play it cool. After everything is done and over, my mama always told me if you're not gonna pay for the bill, don't touch the receipt. So I'm like, I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not really worried about the receipt at all. And as we were leaving, the waiter comes and like blocks the door, and I'm just like, excuse me, excuse me. So I just walk around him, go out to the car, and then the guy comes out with the waiter behind him. He like, hey, so can I borrow $30 right quick? And I'm like, no, take me home. Take me
Hold
home.
on, hold on, hold on, sis.
I want to go
Hold on,
home
hold on,
right
hold
now.
on, hold on, sis. So this guy took you on a date,
Yes.
and he asked you to borrow the money to pay for the
To
said date.
borrow 30, the 30 ball.
I
$30.
think you missed something though. Did you hear
What
her
I
say that
missed?
she got blocked off?
Oh yeah,
Who?
they
Like,
blocked
yeah,
us off. Not
Someone
they,
blocked
he.
her off.
Buffalo
The
Wild Wings got
waiter.
security.
No, he was the
Someone
waiter.
went
The waiter.
like
You know how the waiter they gotta make sure that you pay. Otherwise, it's like I don't know if it come out of their check or if they get in trouble. So I think that he was just trying to save himself, and he came and just blocked the door like, and I just was
Oh,
like, "Excuse
Jesus.
me, because I don't have nothing to do with this. I really don't. The salad is gone. The water's gone. I don't really know what to tell you. Excuse me," and I walked out.
if for
Dude,
it
like
to
Walked
be
out.
what?
$30, like 30, that's a good
$30.
price. You know what I'm saying? Because
See, that's the thing. I don't know exactly how much the bill was. So it could have been more than $30 and he was short $30. However, I was not about to let him
What
borrow
did
it.
you
It
order?
just
Did you
all I
order a
had was
bottle of Bel Air?
all I had was a salad and some water. That was
So you
it.
had salad and water, right? What
Salad
did
and
he
water.
order to where he
that means
needed an
he
extra
You know
ordered
thirty
it
what?
dollars?
fast.
I promise you, I do not remember what he had. This was so long ago. I just what sticks in my mind is I'm usually not like that. I like to have drinks while I'm out. Like, I treat myself all the time, so I'm used to. I act how I act normally, but I just was I'm gonna play cool today. Not really that hungry, whatever the case may be, and I just ordered a salad. And so I didn't understand how do I have to pay for my own salad, and you hounded me about this date.
Right. Yeah.
Wow, that's
That's
sick.
bogus.
So
That's
on the way
terrible.
home, did he try to talk to you at
He was
all?
trying to talk the whole time, and I was just quiet. He was just apologizing, like, my bad. And it was just like, just take no. I was
Yo,
embarrassed. I just wanted to go
no
home.
way.
I swear to
No
God.
way.
Like,
I
what
swear
Listen,
to God.
what could he say after that?
I
He
don't
just was
know.
apologetic. Like, he didn't say where the money was or what happened with the money. He never really wanted to talk about that part. It was just like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Just take me home to the
So
crib.
he didn't even like have the opportunity to play one of these like acting like he's searching for the wallet or anything like that.
Oh,
If he
child.
did do that, I didn't see him because when the man blocked us off, I politely walked around his arm and said, "Excuse me, this don't have nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. I'm not about to give you anything." So I didn't stay around to see the antics. Hey, where the money at? I didn't see all
listen,
that. I didn't see it.
listen. I would love to stay on this story because it's absolutely
Y'all
insane.
is so
We might have should have
silly.
saved you till last, dude.
Right,
But
really.
coming after that, I literally have to ask, Britt, what was your worst first date?
Okay. Listen, I feel like you want to know because you know, and you think this story is so funny. He really gets a kick out of this. But anyways, you guys, so this was actually someone I did end up dating for pretty much high school. Whenever I quit date, I wasn't allowed to date until I was 16. Couldn't even get in a car with a boy. So this was like our first date. I was finally allowed to date. So y'all, this literally was like one of my first dates. And we get in the car. I'm thinking we're about to do something adventurous because I was told not to wear a dress. So I had on like maybe I want to say probably some khaki pants because jeans were unheard of for me because I was a good old Catholic schoolgirl and I didn't even own a pair of jeans. But so yeah, we get in the car. I'm like, I'm hyped. Like, yo, what's this adventure about to be? And we pull up at Chuck E. Cheese's. And I'm like, yo, okay, I'm in high school. It's a little weird, because we're adults, kind of. I mean, you think you're grown in high school, but you're
You
really
think
not.
you
So
grown?
you think you're grown, but you're not. But so I thought I was grown. So I was like, yo, this is a little weird. Like, Chuck E. Cheese is okay. But so I left it alone at that. And I was like, okay, bet. Pizza's still good at Chuck E. Cheese. So maybe
Pizza
we'll
is
get a good
good.
slice. The
With a
pizza's a
little
bomb,
ranch.
so right. So a slice might be good. so, so I'm hyped. I'm like, maybe I can meet Chucky. We can do a little like gameplay and get some tickets.
Not you can be Chucky.
Probably get a bouncy ball for a gift because you know that the tickets don't give you shit. But so yeah, we get in, we walk in, and all of a sudden everybody starts running up to me. And you want to know who everybody was? It was his family. The entire family because
Hold
it
on.
was his
Hold on. So this was your first date,
first date.
and you already meeting the family
At Chuck E.
Yes.
Cheese.
I don't want
at
to
Chuck
meet
E.
your
Cheese.
family
Chuck E.
at Chuck E.
Cheese.
Cheese
Yo, but it's
on the
not
first
even.
date.
But this isn't just like mom.
Nope.
Like this is mom, dad, grandma. This is
Oh, no.
nieces,
Grandma.
little cousins, Pookie and them. Because everybody, our kind. Our kind. We be calling people cousins that really aren't even blood related. So like, this was
That's
serious.
crazy.
And so when people were approaching me, they're simply saying like, "Yo, oh, so you're Brittany. You are pretty. You are as beautiful as you said." So I'm thinking, dog,
What?
like, is this as if he's about to propose? Like, what is he talking about? So that's that. Okay, met the whole family. We're there for like at least 2 hours. I'm just awkwarded out, and then it gets worse because we
How?
get in the car. And he asks us if he forgot his wallet at home. So I'm like, okay. We get to his house and there's rose petals on the floor. Mind you, I am 16 years old.
So what we about to do with these
So
rose
y'all,
petals? What we
did,
staring on?
did he have Drew Hill playing in the background?
Stop
Yeah,
it.
he had.
Tell me what you want.
No, he had the table set. He had the table set, flowers, rose petals all over the floor. And mind you, this was his parents' house. So I'm thinking that means that they allowed him to set this up. You know what I mean? It's not like he had his own apartment or anything. Like, it was just crazy. It was crazy, but that was my
So they
first
all
day.
weird, is what you're saying.
It was weird. Yes, it was. Yeah, very, very much so. Very
Wow.
That would have been
uncomfortable.
cute. The whole rose petal thing. You know, not the first day. Maybe like if we go
Yeah.
together type thing. And but Chuck E. Cheese.
Oof.
Mm-mm.
Mean the whole
Yeah.
The
family at
whole
Chuck E. Cheese?
family,
The whole
grandma,
family,
Did you even get to
grandma.
play
cousins.
skee ball?
Dang.
No, because the kids were playing so much that I was. If it had just been us, I would have been able to fool out a little bit more. But
That
being
would
that
have
it
been
really
cute.
was kids, you know what I mean? It's like, who am I to push this kid out of the way so I can play? So it was just no, it was not a fun experience. I've never had such a miserable time at Chuck E. Cheese's
Oh,
ever.
Listen,
Lord.
You was talking
listen.
to grandma about the word at Chuck E. Cheese.
I did not. I did not think a first day could get worse after Chase. And I
Yeah.
did know this story, but I forgot kind of. But like
Oof.
Chuck E. Cheese and rose petals on the first date,
That don't even go.
did you at
That's
least get a
At
piece of
crazy.
pizza?
16?
At 16. 16 years old.
Wow,
Yeah.
sis. Well, Ace, you got a lot to live up to. So please give us your
Look.
story.
I'm doing a
And
drum
just
roll.
just before, I'm gonna give you a little time because we got a few comments that I need to go through real quick. A lot of people are, for Tay's story, they were saying stuff like, "Damn, baby girl," like it was really sad. You know what I'm
Y'all
saying? To see that
talking
this
stuff
dude
about
needed
me?
to needed to borrow $30. Uh, People said, "Oh hell no."
Hi, Bracy.
Cuzzo said, "You missed the opportunity to pay for the first date. He must have been
I didn't
testing
miss
you."
shit.
Right.
Well,
Whoa.
oh well.
Whoa.
I failed, and I didn't have a problem with it because if you're gonna pay for the first day, or if you want me to pay for the first day, let me offer
Yeah.
that. You
Yeah.
said that you was gonna pay for it. I
Yeah.
didn't miss out on no opportunity.
Right. And he
Listen, and
hounded
we
you for the date.
If you broke, just say that. That's all.
listen.
Just say that.
Yeah. Yeah.
DJ just said he should have went on a buy one get one free night. Now that's a
Bro.
question that I had. Was it a Tuesday or a Thursday where like wings were half off?
You know what? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It was so long ago. It could have been a Friday, Sunday. It was just the day that he had me messed up. That's all I know.
Listen,
He had me
and as
messed up.
And as always, mom chimes in. We got to get mom in here. Mom said, "Damn, Brittany, that's why you couldn't date until 16." Listen,
That's my
absolutely
mom,
correct.
y'all. Hey, mom. Yes, no, honestly, that's why I couldn't date till 16 because,
That's
like, that
crazy.
was just, I was outrageous.
No, for real. Like that's like Chucky, like that's some movie stuff. Chuck E. Cheese and rose petals at 16. Like, where do you go at? What are you? Listen, what is this dude doing for his wife? Because if that's the first date, my dude, like you setting the bar mighty high.
Mighty
Going to
high,
Dave
yeah.
and Buster's.
But
Sheesh.
He stepped it up a
Uh,
notch.
Right. Okay.
so
Daisy.
now it's your time to shine. I gave you a couple chances to get you a couple extra sips. Please
Thank
break
you.
us off with your worst first date.
I hope it's not as bad as ours.
Right.
Is it?
Where did she go?
Are you still there? Did she done left? She
Look,
was
that's
so
because
mad.
It was
No.
that
She
bad. She
dipped.
don't want to tell nobody.
Dog, blacked out on us. Like, what is going on?
that's that Beyonce
Dang.
effect. That's that
Listen,
Beyonce effect. She'll come back. That is
yo,
hilarious.
and while we waiting, y'all. Now let's keep it honest for our viewers here. let's keep it completely honest for our viewers here. Was the date salvageable at any point for y'all? Like, was there any good points to these dates?
No. I mean, before the whole stop, drop, and roll situation, then it was going smooth. I wasn't expecting much. We just gonna have a little bite to eat. We gonna slide over to the movies. But after that whole situation, I was just thinking, like, how was you gonna pay for the movies? What if I wanted some popcorn? The thoughts just came and they was just rolling in my mind, and I was just
Yeah, I
like, dang,
forgot.
this nigga really trying to get me.
I
I was
forgot
over
that you
it.
said that you were supposed to do other things after that. I
And I
forgot
was trying
about
to
that
figure out
part.
how. See, now
Wow,
had he
sis.
said he didn't explain himself at all. It was just like, can I borrow the $30? Can I borrow no, you can't, because you knew you didn't have your wallet. before we got up? Why you ain't tell me, or your wallet, or you ain't had? Why you ain't tell me while we was sitting down? You gonna wait till they come and stop us at the door? That ain't right. That ain't right.
That's
That ain't
not
Look,
cool.
Cheyenne just said, "Come on, ain't no saving." Listen, I'm trying to figure out for the guys. Like,
No,
if it ever so happens that you might forget your
your wallet.
your wallet for real, because it happens. You know, sometimes people use excuses and then it actually happens. You know what I'm saying? So maybe one time it'll actually happen to where somebody will forget their wallet, and you're just trying to give them a little insight of how to save it. You know what I'm saying? How to save the
Just
day.
say that.
Yeah, I mean,
Just
keep
say
it real.
that keep it two versions. If
I
you forgot
just
your wallet, let me know that before we get up
yeah.
and get
I
stopped.
just
That's embarrassing. You could
it
save us both the
is.
embarrassing.
It is, but I just feel like when you go on a date, you have like I was about to say two jobs, but you got one job.
Don't you
You
plan
know what
that
I
out
Yeah.
too?
mean?
Like you
That's
plan
what
Hey
that
I'm
Tay,
out. You know what I
saying.
mean?
they didn't make you wash dishes.
They was gonna make his ass wash the dishes.
Yo,
And like, yes,
yo,
that's not forgetting the wallet is a part of the plan. Like, I'm convinced y'all spray y'all wallet down with cologne. Like, you ain't forget your wallet.
Right.
He
You didn't
didn't. He
forget.
I
didn't. He
agree.
didn't
listen.
forget.
Well, in
No.
today's world,
No.
that's impossible. You got Apple Pay and everything now, so good luck with
Yeah.
that excuse. But sis, let's get into it, and please don't leave us this time. We need you to
You know,
stay in the broadcast when you
you know
tell us the
what?
story.
I
Uh, so
had my
here we
phone
go.
on D&D. That was
The
my
worst
dad
date,
call.
first date you've ever been on.
Um, I've had a plethora of bad dates,
Oh
but
Lord, now we can't even hear you, sis.
Not a plethora. Oh, Lord.
yeah, I've had a lot.
Can
I've
y'all
had a
hear
lot of
her?
bad dates.
Yeah, I can hear her just fine.
I can hear.
I can't hear her at all. So say
You can
something
hear me
now,
now?
sis. Yep.
Okay.
Good to go.
Um, I think so. Okay, I think the worst date that I went on was a blind date, and that was like part of it because I didn't really know him. My cousin had set me up. He was friends with her baby dad, and she's like, "It's gonna be fun." It was not fun. We went to like this nice restaurant. I had to dress up and do all this work to like get nice. I didn't even know him. He was a mute. He ain't talked the whole night. So that was weird. And so they just, they're together, so they're just talking, and I'm like asking him questions, and he like, just being weird. I'm like, okay. So I ate my food like basically in silence. I'm on my phone. It was just awful. And then like the night's over. They were like, "Do we want to go do?" I'm like, "No, I would like to go home." And so we're like going to, I drove because I like to drive myself places. I don't like to be waiting around. And no, I'm going home. So I'm going to my car, and he was like, "It was really nice to meet you." Like, this is the first sentence he said in like an hour and a half. He was like, "It was really nice to meet you. I had a great time." And he had steak bread. And I was like, this could be why he wasn't talking. He could have halitosis or
Halitosis.
something. Or something. And I was like, I had a good time. Thank you. And he like leaned in like he was gonna try and kiss me. I said, "Oh my gosh, I have to go." So
Hold
that
on,
was
hold on,
probably
hold on,
like
hold on.
No.
Wait. So he did not talk for an hour and a half.
just
Now
about.
you want to kiss?
Then he tried to kiss you after saying he had a good time and having halitosis. Listen, you can taste when your breath stinks. I don't care how many people act like they can't taste it. When your breath is stinking, you can taste it.
The
You
self
know that
the
shit.
self-awareness, it wasn't there. I was just like,
Oh.
and I don't even know you. We met today. I'm not kissing. Who are you? So that was like the worst because I was like, first of all, we didn't talk at all. And second, your breath stank. And third, like, don't try to kiss me. I don't know. That's gross. That's
Oh, Lord.
germy. This was
It is
before
on a first
Corona and all
date.
that,
He didn't
but
even know you. Yeah, that's rude.
that's
That's rude.
gross. That is so gross. So yeah, that
So
was probably the worst one.
so y'all ate and his breath still stink?
That's what I'm saying.
You know
And
what I
I don't
mean?
like this was a
Okay, you're
while ago.
laughing, but
Like
I'm serious.
this was like a while ago. So I don't remember if he had something stank to eat. So I'm like trying to think like maybe his breath was stinking because he ate something gross. But I remember his breath was just very foul.
They talking about what the fuck he
Yeah,
eat.
no,
I
Drew.
don't
What I'm
remember, but
wanting
it
to
was
say,
gross.
Drew, what did he eat?
I don't
Listen,
remember. I was focused on my food, and I
It was
think I was
that
like
bad.
playing solitaire on my phone. I was so
Yeah.
bored.
and that brings me to another point. Y'all got to understand as guys, and I'm gonna give myself the main screen here. How well do you have to know a guy before you go on a first date?
Don't
Like,
give me no spotlight.
what's the Like, what's the talk limit? What's
Mhm.
the text limit? What's the how many days do you got to know this person
I
before
feel
you
like
go on the first date?
it all
Yeah.
depends on the vibe. You know what I'm saying?
I
Mhm.
do.
Some people you will spin them till you can't spin them no more, and then it's like, all right, damn, keep on asking. All right, I'm gonna go on a date with you. Some people was like, you was feeling him, he was feeling you. Y'all been going back and forth. Woo, woo. Now it's like, all right, you know what? I don't mind going on a date with you in 2 weeks or whatever the case may be. It's all about the vibe. Some people be
Yeah.
real aggressive. Some people just be not to the point. Like it just all depends on the person.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
gotta be smooth. You
Yeah,
got to
and
be smooth. You
I'm
got
not
to know
really
what you're doing.
I'm not a fan of blind dates at all.
Yeah, no.
I've never been on a blind date.
Don't even
I
get me
feel like
started on
that would.
blind dates.
I'm an awkward person, so I don't feel like I
Me
would do good
too.
with blind dates at all.
Mm-mm.
Listen,
No.
and people really want to know. Aisha, she said Angela
that's
Davis from
that's my
YouTube. She
mama.
said
Hey,
not
mom.
talking on the. Hey, mom, how are you? She said not talking on the date qualifies as a good time? Question mark.
See, mom.
That's what we
Exactly.
saying.
It was terrible. It was a
But
terrible time.
Mm-mm.
people really want to know, like, okay, now, and as a guy, and I got to hold it down for my dudes here. How is a guy supposed to know what you like and take you out on a good first date if y'all ain't spent no time?
Social media.
I mean, questions asked.
Oh, what?
I mean, back
He talking
then,
about hell no.
I ain't lying though. No, honestly, like especially females, I feel like we share a lot more on Facebook and everything else. Like I feel like we don't. I feel like I'm an open book on social media. So I think now it's easier than it was back in the day. That's what I'm comparing it to. Like, obviously, back then you guys had to talk, this, that, and the other. But I just feel like dating now is just so much more stressful. And I'm so happy I don't have to do it anymore because, like, people are crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
it's not the same as it used to be when we used to date. It's just not. And if
Yeah,
you
but
imagine my first date being as crazy as it was, imagine it being in 2020. Like, he probably would have killed me.
right. Okay,
That's
so listen.
crazy.
So listen.
Tell me I'm a,
Before we turn into one of your crime podcasts, Tay, like,
Yes.
I know you just said something that's very important. Now we got a
Mhm.
lot of thirsties out here.
Right.
You said
True that.
that you spin a dude, and you finally just give in. So are you saying that persistence pays?
We gonna act like I didn't say that. All right. We just gonna act like I never said that. Again, it all depends on the person. Cause some people that be on that, they never get a chance. But it's all about the approach. Like sometimes people can be persistent and like you responding. So like they her
mhm.
eyes and pictures and you like, hey, but you ain't really letting them know. But then y'all just keep going back and forth, back and forth. And it's
Yeah,
just very, very light, like light flirting. If I'm flirting back with you, then yes. But if I'm not saying nothing, then leave me alone.
yeah.
Okay,
Just leave me
so
alone.
there's a difference between thirsting and showing interest. I'm almost burped
Hmm.
off this Bel Air, but there's a difference between showing interest and flirting, and
Right.
that's where guys get messed up. Guys
Hmm.
sometimes they take you reading their messages. I can't even get this
Exactly.
out. You
She
reading
read
their
it.
messages as flirting,
I can't
like
stand when a
she
guy
likes it.
say, we've been talking. No, you've been in my DM talking to yourself. I never
Mhm.
said nothing. I never said a thing.
Mhm.
So,
And
yeah.
Yeah.
we got a good question here. So Brittany, and this is why I said hell no when you said social media. Uh,
I
this
stand
is
by what
what
I
you gave.
say. This is love
This is
lockdown.
what you
I
gave
hate
off
it.
when you said social media.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't feel bad saying social media at all because I feel like people are just as weird these days. I'm talking about the now. People are
and
just
for the
as
people,
weird.
hold on. The people who are listening need to know. Elias just chimed in and he said, "So stalk her first."
No.
So
No,
that's
but
what you in.
Stalking me, you riding down my block. You didn't
Yeah.
look me up on the yellow
listen,
pages. You know where
that's
my
crazy.
mama stayed. They know where your mama stayed. No,
Right.
don't stalk
Right.
No.
me.
There's a difference between like going to somebody's page and seeing clues like, oh, she likes flowers, she like this or
Oh,
that.
And
That
that's
type
what
of
exactly.
I'm and
stuff.
That's
that's what
not
I'm trying to
stalking.
say. That's what
That's
I'm trying to say
observing.
because
So soft
yeah.
stalking.
Shut
No,
up.
listen. If you let me finish, right? 2020. the researching someone is the same as talking to someone nowadays, and that's why I'm saying that I'm very happy I don't have to experience that anymore, because to be honest, people are not social anymore. So I rather you figure me out first with what I want to share, right? Whether us the as opposed to us like going out and then me figuring out that you're weird. Like it's just I don't know.
Ugh.
Like I'm just I'm not in the dating scene no more, because I feel like it's pretty much the same thing. Like you have to investigate. And if
Investigate what you about
anybody
to
is
do.
acting like
Investigate.
they don't do that, if people act like they don't do that,
But
like
they
come on,
do, cause I
you
do.
know
I
they
want to see
do.
how many kids you got. I'm going to see your birthday post to see what
That's
sign
what
you is, cause
I'm
I'm
saying.
not dealing with no Capricorns. I'm doing all that. I'm doing all of that.
Listen,
Yeah,
and, and
it's
and
common
I'm just trying to
sense.
I'm just trying to give my guys some clarity here, because y'all talking in women, because it's a lot of y'all. Y'all got to understand that guys don't talk that same language, so they need to know plain and simple of what's okay and what's not okay. So saying social media is basically saying stalk to them.
No, it's
No.
not. I'm
And
sorry if you think
Tay
that.
saying persistence is basically saying talk to yourself in her inbox. So
That's never
I
what I
appreciate
said.
y'all for
Yeah,
clearing this up for all of the
come
stalkers
on,
slash
but come on,
crazy folks out here.
we
Whatever.
shouldn't have had to clarify
And,
that though. That's common sense,
and let me
dog.
tell you
Like,
why you had
no,
to
you know
clarify it though,
damn
babe.
well when I said that, I didn't mean stop
Let me
you.
tell you why you had to clarify it though. Because
Yeah.
everybody doesn't live their real life on social media. So checking
That's
for
Very true.
somebody on social media might not be what you want to do, because you're getting to know the person that they're showing, not getting to know them.
But people don't live their real life in person either anymore these days. I know
Touche.
many people who went off to college who were
Amen.
totally
that's true.
different. I know many
Amen.
people who are totally different. Like college to some people was a whole nother life. Like it was a start over. Oh,
Come on,
but
Pastor.
I'm not with people that I grew up with no more. I can be a totally different person. So that
Right.
is not necessarily true. It's the same thing. It's just we have the technology now.
And
Right,
people are
but
showing bits and pieces of their life. I
right,
mean, they are. It's
right,
context
and that's the
clues.
thing. Like you only really for people with common sense, you only really seeing the good side of their life. You're not
Yeah.
really seeing the bad stuff. So
True.
and some people are false flagging by putting up fake good stuff that's happening to them, and that could be something that you want to use, but you see that somebody else
Yeah.
already did it for them with the air quotes,
Yeah.
and you're not going to do that now.
And
So
and that's what I have a problem with is when you're falsifying your happiness. Now, to me, social media was not made for you to come on every single day and tell your problems. Like, I don't think Mark Zuckerberg was like, yo, bet, can't wait to hear people's issues. You know what I mean? It wasn't made for that. It was made for positivity when you choose to share it. But when you're faking that positivity, when you're faking that happiness, now that's when I'm like, dog, come on. Now,
listen,
come on. This is
I
weird.
appreciate y'all for clearing that up for us. Don't listen. Now y'all know
Whatever.
that when we talk, it's a
What
totally
the
different. But
hell
we
ever.
got a lot of listeners in a lot of countries. They be needing the clarity on this. I'm trying to tell y'all.
uh,
Um,
they
so
shouldn't
my
know.
next
You
question
know that to
is,
stop nobody. Don't stop. You
and we're
know
gonna start with the
Or your
last
ass
So
person
going to
this time.
jail.
Listen, it's a. I know a lot of stalkers out there.
you
Uh,
what?
I know a lot of stalkers out there. For instance, Tish just chimed in, and Tish, what Tish said? She said the yellow pages, they still make these. Listen, those type of comments
They
will show you
do.
that people are very resourceful when it comes to checking out who you are without
Mhm.
actually. And the only reason I was bringing this up is because I really wanted y'all to say,
Mhm.
"Ask me."
I said that.
She did.
Okay,
I'll vouch for that.
but you also said persistence, and then Britt said social media. So I was trying to get clarity for
So
y'all
how
to
you gonna
say,
skip
"Ask
over
me."
to ask me? How you gonna skip over to ask me though?
I'm just saying, I'm just trying to clarify for my people out there. They need
Because
to
he
know, I need to
contradicts.
know, everybody needs to know. But
Hmm.
Ask me.
starting with the last person this time. So sis, if you need drinks, get them now.
Got it.
Uh,
Go
okay.
get my little
So
twig.
what is your biggest pet peeve on a first date? And this is for my guys out there who going on first dates, who might want to take you on a date one day if you ever single
No,
or anything like that.
don't do that.
This is for my guys. What is your biggest pet peeve on a first date?
Um, that I've experienced, or like now that I'm hearing it, because now it's kind of different. Like I feel like going somewhere not being prepared would be my biggest pet peeve now.
Okay.
Especially
I'm
after
talking about
hearing Tay's story, like I would be
Right.
livid if we
now I'm
go
talking about
somewhere and you
at
not
your
prepared.
age, in the age group that we deal with now. At your age, what is your biggest pet peeve that people do often on a first date?
Um, oh, it would probably be like not paying attention, like being on your phone or something like that. Um, Especially for like a first date, because for the most part, I feel like a first date is when you like are actually trying to get to know this person. You're spending one-on-one time or whatever. So like being on your phone constantly or just seeming, interested in any and everything else, like that's kind of a pet peeve for me because it's like, okay, so we could have just texted at home. We didn't have to go out in public and you on your phone. Like that's unnecessary to me. So
Mm-hmm.
as selfish as it kind of sounds, not giving me your undivided attention is a pet peeve of mine.
Okay.
No, that's
So
not selfish at
undivided
all.
attention, we got one.
Yeah.
So Britt, what's your biggest pet peeve?
Gosh, it's been so long since I dated. Mine's probably gonna have to be when someone just does too much. Paying, I guess, is fine. I'm super awkward with that too because I don't like anyone to expect anything from me. But when you're like for real, and this has actually happened. This is why I can talk about this. When you bought me already, we've gone on a date, and the first date you bought me like a Tiffany necklace already, and you bought me this, that, and it's like, what do you want? I'm not a high class prostitute. You know what I mean? Like I'm straight. I'm good. I don't like when people do too much when it comes to material things because it also makes me feel like I give off that vibe that people feel like they have to do so much for me. Like I'm a fun girl. I can go to the park. Like we can hoop. Like I love sports. Things like that is good for me. But when people just think that they have to do all the fancy, expensive stuff, like that to me is a pet peeve because it's like you didn't even get to know me at all. You didn't get to know me at all. And a lot of people
No.
actually used to do that. So
And listen, so we got doing too much,
mm-hmm.
and what was yours against us? Not paying
uh,
attention enough.
Not paying
mm-hmm.
attention.
So there's a fine line between those two, clearly that we need to stay in. And before we go on, Tay, I gotta let you know you made a lot of people angry in the comments when you said something about Capricorns.
Uh-oh.
Uh, so
Oh,
people are asking like, what the hell is wrong with Capricorns?
When is
look,
Um,
when is Capricorn season? When is that?
oh shoot.
After my birthday, I almost was a Capricorn. I missed it by like a day.
Oh, it's
I've
in the
got
like
some
winter.
Capricorn vibes.
It's in the wintertime.
It's December
Yeah,
21st because my
it's
birthday
in
is
a winter
December
time.
20th. I'm a Sagittarius, so it's December
Oh, now they
21st.
want to fight.
listen,
Yes.
listen, Tay, what to give us a quick synopsis
Oh
in a few
shoot.
sentences of what's wrong with Capricorns, because I need to know.
Okay, so first of all, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to say that there's anything wrong with them. I would just say that we don't get along well. So the Capricorns that I've dated, because I've dated a couple Capricorns, we just don't. We both like super strong, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like it just doesn't mesh. Like, and I just don't get along with them. They don't like me. I don't like them, and that's just kind of what it is. I mean, I would say the male Capricorns. I get along with women Capricorn, but men Capricorn, they don't like me, and I don't like they else either.
Well, listen. So I now that we got an explanation out the way, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a few comments down the road based on that. But
Okay,
If
please
she
tell
meant
us
what
your
she
biggest.
said.
catch me
Listen,
outside.
she said it. She said it. She said it, and she said it again. So listen, Tay, what's your biggest pet peeve on a first date?
So she kind of stole mine because I was definitely gonna say I need your undivided attention, but like outside of that, I would say somebody that's just like self-absorbed. So you don't want to share the floor. You really just want to talk about yourself the whole time. You don't really care to know who I am, and it's just like every time I try to say, like you ask me a question, and then I try to answer it, and you cut me off like, yeah, because I used to. It ain't about what you used to. You just ask me, So somebody that's just self-absorbed. I don't like that.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so
That's a good
let me
one.
let me let me take a second here. I'll take the screen. Um, you guys, there's a big difference between self-absorbed and being an idiot. Just because you like yourself doesn't mean you don't listen to other people. That's just idiotic.
Bingo.
Um, Being self-absorbed kind of has nothing to do with anybody else, it kind of has something to do. Like, I'm so self-absorbed that I would want our date to go good. So of course I'm going to pay attention to you. So that's just a little message from Captain Arrogant. Like, no, but
They
for real
needed
though,
that.
they
They
needed
needed
that
that, yeah.
They needed that.
because sometimes people, they take that and listen. I'm as arrogant as they get, but
Mhm.
believe you me,
He
I
is,
pay
and he
attention
is.
when you don't think I'm paying attention. So,
Yeah.
Some
like,
guys,
That
all they
too.
want to do is brag. Oh, I don't live downtown. I drive a BM.
and
Okay.
Yeah.
that's the new thing. Like, everything is
Not cool.
always stunting and bragging what you got,
And
what
it's
you don't got.
irritating.
It
It
It's
is.
is.
terrible.
Hmm.
It's terrible
Hmm.
because people with money, people can
We
see
don't
that.
have
You don't
to.
really got to
You
show it
don't
off.
have to say nothing.
Right.
You don't got to say
Don't.
much. You know what I'm
Not
saying?
at
I
So,
all.
see what you driving. I
no,
see
for
you.
real. And
Because
I agree with everything that y'all said too, because there's a lot of people who go on dates and are just happy to get there. So you will run
yeah,
into the Aisha problem where they're not listening to her on a date because they feel like they already got you on the date. Their work is done.
but
Ridiculous.
it's confusing too because to me, you guys don't like gold diggers, but then it's people who just brag. So it's like, which
You
one
want a
is it?
flash? Like, okay,
Do you
so
want me
Exactly.
to want you
Do
because
you
you
want
got a
me to take the
BMW?
money or not?
because I will do it.
Right. So stop
Because
Listen,
I'm
it.
gonna do it.
Stop.
just because
Yes.
y'all listen, there's a whole different demographic of women out there who
Hmm.
like stunting. We call them car booties, uh,
Hmm.
You
Hold
call
on. Y'all
them.
call
hoes,
them
You call them
what?
what?
car booties, hoes, whatever. There's a couple girls you can pull up on in the
Carbon.
car and take them away from
Oh,
whatever
car.
guy they with.
Okay.
Oh,
So
I ain't
so
never
listen
heard
to
that
what
phrase.
I'm trying to
Me
yeah.
tell
That's
neither.
you. So
horrible.
stunting works a little bit differently
Car
for guys than it
booties.
does for girls. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Sometimes
Okay.
if you're looking for that demographic of women, it works. Trust me.
Well, learn me
Car
something.
booty.
God.
Right.
I'm
Where
trying to
are
tell you.
they? Where are these women?
Where the
Like, I
car
keep
booties
hearing
at?
these stories.
Right.
Where
Can
Listen,
can you
anybody in the
find?
comments? What how did you become a car booty?
Like, let me
Yeah,
How
it's
did
know.
that.
that?
Let us
and
How
I'm gonna
did
tell
that
you
happen?
the same way
no
this happened.
judgment here.
The same
I
way
just
this
want to
happened.
know.
Look, Cardi B and the City Girls did a video last summer, and they were
Mhm.
on a boat.
Yeah.
True
Twerk
that.
video.
It was called what was it called? Twerk.
Sure
All
was.
I remember was ass shaking. It was a great video. Love the video. But this summer, all I've
It's
seen
creative.
is girls on boats,
Hmm.
and y'all can't even fucking swim. So this is the part that y'all saying where these girls at? They on them damn boats. What you
First
talking
of
about?
all, don't. Hey.
Don't act like y'all don't know where these girls is at.
Hey.
They on them medium-sized boats?
They yacht partying. I'm trying to
No,
tell you.
those aren't yachts.
Some of them
I'm
aren't
trying to tell
yachts.
you.
A lot of them been saying they're yachts, but they're not.
Boats have never been rented out so much until Cardi B
Hmm.
and the City Girls got on
Yeah,
a boat.
How
no.
you know? How you know it don't got nothing to do with quarantine? You don't know that.
Listen,
You
I've been
don't know.
listen.
She must have been on a
Quarantine,
boat. Hold on,
quarantine ain't teach you how to
Tay
swim.
is feeling
But this
very.
the thing. This the thing. It was my sister vote, so I don't care. I wasn't on no man's boat. I was on my sister boat, but I still feel slightly attacked because I just feel like, well, damn, if you can't go to Bella No Chains, where the hell
Where the
can
hell
you
can you
go?
go?
I knew she was feeling something because she kept trying to make it. Oh man, that is great.
Yeah,
I just
leave
honestly
the
never
boats out of
realized.
it.
Yeah, I never realized how many people aspired to be on a boat until this summer for real. So yeah, it's very interesting to see.
And
It's
that's how it happens.
interesting.
Like it's
Yeah.
all about the perception for other people. Like, if you're perceived to have money, you don't actually have to have it to get some draws as a guy. You know what I'm saying? Because if people think you got it,
Hmm.
that's half the battle. So,
Yeah.
and that's just a little something for y'all to understand when I'm asking for clarity. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Because some
Mhm.
people need the
Mhm.
clarity. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. But us three
They
women
they
have
can't
our
even
own
swim.
too. They
Okay, you
can't
know what?
swim. And they don't be having life jackets on either. They did. Come on, y'all.
I said that's what the
Something.
floaties is for. They got floaties, don't they?
Can y'all still hear me good?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I
Okay.
hear you just fine. I don't see the floaties, but yeah, I'm sure.
Car booty.
It's a
See,
car booty.
we not the only ones that want to know what's going on with that.
I never heard
Definitely.
that before.
I never heard
That
it.
was new for me
Never.
too.
Yeah, that was very
So
interesting. I learned
so our
something.
next question that we're gonna get to, y'all, and I'm gonna try to move along quickly here. is, and then when I ask this question, I want y'all to take it for what it is. Do
Hmm.
y'all still want gentlemen on the first date? Like,
Absolutely.
like, let's be honest, and I'm gonna start with you, Tay, because you're ready to answer. Uh, like when I say gentlemen, I mean opening your doors. I mean doing the most.
Mm.
I mean like pretty much acting like you handicapped, like you ain't got no arms, no legs, carrying you over the threshold when you get home.
You always
What
gotta
is the
push it to the limit.
He does.
what
He
what
does.
is
You
He
always gotta
does.
push it.
I was like, dang, that's a lot. Okay.
no? But
Nah.
I'm being serious though. Like, do y'all still want gentlemen, or is that too much in the independent age?
No, I feel like courting a woman and being a gentleman is like always a plus for me. Like, yes, you can open the door, you can open my car door, I can lean over, open yours. Like being a gentleman, I feel like that will never go out of style. Just,
Mhm,
just treat me right, you know.
mhm.
You walk on the outside, I walk in, like all of that type of stuff is like it just melts my heart. So I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Okay, well listen, I agree. So let's go with Brittany next.
Okay, first off, you call me Brittany. That's weird. I'm not
I
used.
know that
I'm
that
not used
sounded
to my
odd
real
coming
I was
out of my
name.
like,
mouth.
who is
Okay.
Brittany?
No, to me, of course, I want you to be a gentleman, but to
Right.
me, I also feel like whatever you start, you need to finish. So if you are opening my door the first day, I expect you to be opening my door when we're married 50 years in. You know what I mean? So just don't do it and then stop, because then I'm going to think something is wrong. Me personally, I don't like the
Hmm.
door open for me because I feel like I can't open my own door. I'm such an awkward person that I'll sit there, watch you open the door, and I'll still be like I just, you got to know who you're dealing with. I'm not the one for that, but of course, a gentleman. Of course. Like, I don't want you calling me out of my name or doing any of that crazy stuff. That's wild.
Okay,
Wild.
so
I
sis,
agree.
what do you think? What do you think about this? Please let us
um,
know.
I agree. I don't really want like the over the top stuff.
What's over the
But
top? Let us know.
I don't know. So like, okay, for some people, I
Yeah.
guess it's I think the term like being a gentleman or the idea of being a gentleman is relative because in Brittany's example, that person probably thought he was being a gentleman with all them rose petals and all of that. I don't want that. I feel
Yeah.
like that's kind of weird for the first date.
It is.
Like
It is.
it's going like back to being too much. But like opening the door or like Tay said, walking on the outside, so I'm on the inside, or just little gestures, like that's fine. Like being a gentleman is cool, being respectful is cool, but like you don't have to, you know, put down
Hmm.
the jacket if you see a puddle. Like that's okay. We'll just walk around it.
Yeah.
Like it's okay. Like it's really you don't got to do all of that. A happy
Yeah, that's
Right.
medium is
wild.
okay.
And the reason I'm asking because, like you said, and you actually took my word, but being a gentleman is subjective to whatever the person who you are dating currently thinks. So, like,
Hmm.
when a guy is dating a woman, he doesn't know how far he should have to go to be a gentleman. Whether it's opening your car door, whether it's well, and some people's passenger door don't even work. But
You know
just
what?
I'm just
You
saying
gonna have to
that
crawl over, babe.
you got to let everybody know that just being respectful equals gentleman these days.
I can't stand you.
I
And
need
you
to
said
put
it
that
so
Hell
there.
no. If
nice.
I gotta crawl over, you still need to open up your door, then. Damn.
Aisha,
But that's a
he
well, that's
just
the
pulled a
least he can do.
me.
He did.
He said that's so
He said
nice.
some
Some
people door
people's
don't even work.
passengers don't
Don't
work.
even work. I see what you did. I
Y'all
see
is
it.
so
Oh, but
goofy.
but being a grown man, like there's certain things that you do. Like I naturally instinctively put women on the inside while walking on the sidewalk. And just to put it out there for guys, walking is probably the cheapest, best thing you can do on a first date as long as you're a social person. Um, so if you don't have that $30 to pay for Tay's
Okay, you
salad,
know what?
please go on a walk on the riverfront or do
Bring a
something in the
sandwich and a bag of
neighborhood.
chips.
Okay.
Act like you into fitness or something and spend some time to get to know that person so that when you do go on a first date, you don't run into these obstacles. And women are difficult. I'm not gonna sit here and hold you up. They're a
Agreed.
difficult species. But
I agree.
if you ask them what they want, usually they tell you.
I think it's that easy. I think you just hit that on the head. A lot of people just try to figure us out when honestly all you have to do is ask.
Just
It's
ask.
that simple. And you know how you said that you always walk on the outside, right? To me, I feel like I don't even think to me, I just know to be in the inside anyways. Like you shouldn't even have to tell a girl that. Like
Right.
I don't want to get hit. You know what I mean? If your ass is inside, best believe I'm about to be on the inside too. Like
Right.
without you having to move me or say that. You know what I mean? So it's just you gotta date someone with some common sense too. Like we are
Common
not
sense.
stupid. We are not stupid as women,
Even
you
when it
know?
comes down to like dating, like certain stuff is just like first date. It's just common sense. Let's go out to
Yeah.
eat. We can, go to a movie. I personally like to talk on a first date, so I don't really want to go to the movies.
Right.
But like you said, going downtown, walking up the Riverwalk, anywhere where we can be active with each other, as far as
That's
just
beautiful.
communicating, and I can hear you, you can hear me, and we good to go.
That's
It don't
beautiful to
really have to
me.
be a meetup. Is cool.
Oh, that's a long.
Yeah, I think that's a
Listen,
perfect date, honestly.
Zakia just chimed in and she gave us
That's my
a
story.
whole story, and
Yes.
I screened it, and it's a great read, and I'm going to actually post this on the Facebook page after the episode. But I'm gonna give you the
Oh.
first sentence of what she said. She said, "Being a gentleman, it means that a man will devote his life to a superior standard of conduct." So read this post tomorrow when it's posted on the Facebook. But thank you, Zakia. That's
Yeah, that's
absolutely
beautiful.
correct.
That's very true.
Listen, so this episode has been absolutely crazy. Now listen, we about to get into some. This is the turn up time, so take your drinks now.
Let me see how much I
Take
got.
is the
And
hookah available because
I
it's about to go down.
What you mean?
How many?
What's
Listen,
this trying to say?
it's about to go down.
No,
This
y'all
is the
this
didn't
is
turn
tell
up
just
me
time.
not
that.
it.
Now, when y'all
How
called me,
many?
no, I did not. No, I'm just messing
How
with
many first dates can you go on while you're dating somebody else?
you.
Like, how many people can you date at a time as a woman and and still be okay to keep up appearances and everything else? Because and I'm gonna give you all time to think.
Hold on.
As a member of the National Players Association, and I
Oh,
still
it's
collect my
definitely
pension
turn up
from them.
time. It's definitely when he says that, it's turn up time for
I,
real.
listen. I collect my pension from the National Players Association, so I understand how many women you can date.
What's
I've
the
actually
number?
had multiple girlfriends at a time. I'm saying how many people can you
Yeah,
date
he did.
and still keep up all appearances and everything and still be not considered a hoe.
Okay, I'll give you the simple answer.
You know what?
We are considered hoes if we're
Regardless.
doing any of that. Period.
Regardless.
So there's no answer to that
There's some
because we
hoes
Okay,
are
in
so
here.
hoes.
throw hoes out the window. How
Yeah.
many dudes can you date and keep up appearances?
Okay, minus the whole thing.
Yeah, minus the whole thing.
Because anytime we're over one, we're a hoe.
It's a hoe. Yeah.
Well, no, it's not that. It's anytime anybody disagrees with what you have to say, you're a hoe. That's how it works. So get that straight. And I don't agree with that, but I'm just saying that's how it works. So anytime anybody disagrees with how you're moving, you consider something, that's not proper. But, just keeping it real here. Women date more than men.
Yeah.
And they get a
That's
lot
a
more
damn
options to
lie.
date than men because men are thirsty as shit. Um, a man will be horny and send out a multiple DM to 30 women to see what bites they get. And I don't know where I got that from, but I've probably done it
The
before.
same
But
one?
I'm just not trying. No, not the same one. That's weird.
Oh.
Nobody wants to text the same woman 30 times without responding.
No, I mean
But
like the same message to 30
the
different
same
women.
message. Why
Oh,
not?
That's
wow.
crazy.
Why can't I
Yeah,
just
you've
copy and
done that.
paste?
You've had to
I've
have
done
done
it.
that because
I've done
you
it.
came up with that a little too quick. So you
Listen,
did it. So
when we got to college, they came out with something called Facebook. Everybody thought it was a social network. I said, well, how about I just send all the girls on campus the same message and see who responds? That's how I looked at Facebook,
that's why we didn't date in
and
college.
it very much worked.
You tried it, but I knew that message
I'm
was
just
the
saying
same.
though, like, but now that y'all had time to think and try to configure, because I see y'all minds moving. Y'all saying like, how many can I say without making myself look bad?
I
Fuck
really
that.
don't
Tell me how
understand the
many it
question.
is.
Like, honestly, I don't know if I'm like, riding short bus at this moment, which happens to me from time to time. But I'm not understanding exactly what you're saying.
I'm
You're
saying
What you
not.
mean?
how many guys have you ever dated at the same time where it was not uncomfortable for you?
Ever or right now? Because those are different questions.
I don't even want to know right now because that's too much information for me.
Got
Yeah.
it. So
Not
ever.
only that,
Got it.
not only that, but you also need to say what is dating, because a lot of people, and I saw this the other day too. Someone had wrote on
People
there.
definitely had that confused.
That is, yeah. People confuse dating. Someone said, "What is dating?" You know what I mean? Because it's like, is that the talking period?
Some
Is
people
it?
dating and they
Yeah.
intimate. Some people dating
Right.
is just literally we are just dating. We having fun, we hanging out, we getting to know each other. I would
Exactly.
say that I've definitely matured when it comes to dating, because in the past I definitely had the wrong idea of what dating was. I felt like if I was dating one person, then I needed to give that person my undivided attention. I couldn't really talk to nobody else, because if I'm dating you, I'm interested in you, and I want you to know that 100%.
Mhm.
But I used to be getting hoed. And somebody was like, one of my friends, like, you need to learn how to date. Like, you don't only have to date just one person at a time. So now I will entertain, a two and a few. You know what I'm saying? Or depending on the time
Listen,
of day,
at,
the time of the week.
at Love Lockdown, we do not pitch right. I need to know numbers.
I really don't have
Two and a few.
set,
That's funny.
I
number.
like that.
It's
That
just
was
a two
cute.
and a few, depending. Like,
Mhm.
sometimes I have two, sometimes maybe three.
So
So,
give me the highest number, because that's all I care about. What's the highest number of men that you can date and not lose focus on what the hell is going on? Because at the end of this, I'm gonna tell y'all how many girls guys can date without losing focus.
I don't have a number. I'm gonna be honest with you, and that's not me trying to
I
like
don't
be
either.
modest
Yeah.
about the situation, but like, dating is just so weird that like I can be talking to two people and then going on a date with two of them. Like, it just all depends. I really don't. I don't have a number for it.
Yeah.
Listen,
And it
listen.
doesn't mean
Since y'all ain't gonna keep it real, we got some people out here
Okay.
keeping it real. Amber
No.
Lynn just
That's my
said
cousin.
6. What up, though, Amber?
Right.
Listen, since y'all not gonna keep it real, they gonna keep it real out here.
I don't think that it's not keeping it real, though.
I don't think it's not either. I'm being as honest as I can be.
And I also think that it's because people assume that dating means physical. Now, if it's not a physical thing, then I can definitely say I could go up to 10. You know what I mean? I could do a lot with that, because dating is you going out,
Right.
having a good time with somebody.
Now let me ask a question. I know who Zakiya is. Is she a doctor? Because she seems like she got her doctorate in love. There's a difference between dating and dating exclusively. I didn't say dating exclusively. I said dating. So that means going out. That means talking to on the phone. That means when I say dating, that includes talking to and all of that. How many guys have you talked to at one time?
Oh, mine is 4.
Okay, so there you go.
7
there you go.
For me.
We got
7
4
for
out
me.
here.
That was like a while ago.
I've done 7. But again, you didn't say that, Chris.
Clearly, everybody else is running for politics these days.
But you
I'm
didn't
trying to see. Am I speaking Spanish?
No. You didn't separate that.
Yeah, I'm not telling you.
Zakiya got to come in and say that. You didn't say that. Dating is totally different when you're dating and then dating exclusively. Yeah, that's totally different thing. You didn't say that at all. That's why we're
I also didn't say dating exclusively.
You can't be, but you can't answer a question if you don't understand it.
Like the whole question. Yeah, like
that's
if we're
why
just talking,
from the get. I said from the get-go that I didn't fully understand it.
Yeah, like if we're talking about like how many people at a time, like I went on a date with such and such on Monday, and then on Wednesday I went on a date with such and such, then it was 4, and that was a while ago. But
Lord, back in the day, no, dog, I could at least go 10
I've
and up.
definitely dated 4 men at a time. I don't want to say that was the highest number, because I don't think that it was, but I don't have an accurate number to give.
I feel like
I've dated multiple men at the same time. If that works for you,
and that's what I'm saying. There's no problem with that.
She said she's going with 4 as well.
So you still sticking with 2 and a few?
2 and a few.
Okay,
well, 4 counts in that 2 and a few. That's 4.
Okay, well, you said I got to ask you number, Brittany. You said 10. That's high as hell. But you said 10 or 11 back in your heyday.
No, I'm definitely not. I'm not at all. Without the physical, 10 for sure, because I'm having a good time. I'm not ashamed.
That's what I'm asking. I'm not saying having relations with these dudes.
Yes,
I'm saying how many dudes do you have on your current roster? What's the highest number of people you've had on your roster at once?
On my
10
roster
up.
right now, let me see.
10 and up. I was.
No. Now you just going
I at
too far.
least
I
got
don't
7
want to.
people on my roster right now.
Okay. No, I only have one, but
And I'm not playing.
But
And I
also,
don't care.
I couldn't do it now because, Lord, that's exhausting. Men
I
are
don't care.
men are a different species
About
now than they
them.
were back then too. Like,
9311.
she's
Listen.
literally like my favorite
Oh,
person.
yo, I love y'all.
750,
Hey, but
750.
I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen, the reason I
15,
asked that is because I'm gonna say,
38.
as a dude, without losing focus, Jesus Christ, I cannot believe you just said that. But listen, as a dude, you can't date more than 2 women, like truthfully date. Now you can run a
Wow.
roster up to about 12 as a dude.
Don't play with me. Why you playing in
Why
people's
though?
face?
Why can't
Why
you?
come is you lying?
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying
Yeah.
you can run a roster up to 12. But first of all, as a dude, there's a such thing called a roster tax. It's not free to date fucking women when you're a guy. You got to take all these girls out. So that's number one. We pay for everything. So let's keep it 100 there.
Do you
Y'all
though?
ain't
Do
listen.
do
That
men these
$30
days?
you wouldn't take out your pocket, Tay. That's coming out of
I
my pocket.
wouldn't.
I'm trying to say
It
it.
didn't come out of nobody's pocket.
So in order
The
to
Lord saved them.
listen, in order to
This is
properly
the
date women,
this
it
is what the
takes
guy at
money.
work.
So you can run up a roster to about 10, but to properly date women, first of all, as a species, y'all are too much as one. So I would say at the most 2 to properly date women. But if you want to run up a roster and you don't give a fuck about nobody on that roster, 12.
And I would say you a lie and the truth ain't in you.
Yeah.
That's what
Me
I would
too.
say.
Me
I
too.
don't believe it.
Me too.
Why?
Definitely.
Because you
God.
was just
It's
talking about
hormones.
how dates they don't have to be necessarily expensive. So it don't cost you nothing to take 12, I almost said the B word,
Exactly.
12 women to the riverfront and walk with them and get to
Yeah.
know them.
Yeah.
Now, sis, now let me ask you this. What is
Sure.
time considered?
Lying.
Time is considered money. So if I gotta spend time with you, that's time I'm not getting money. If I gotta take you out, that's time I'm not spending with the
Oh,
next
you're
girl.
talking about
So
time now, though. You riding the
whoa,
fence. That's what you
no,
like to
He's
say
the
to
in a,
me.
he
number,
trying to
the
put a little bit
the
of
no,
milk on
the
this
whoa,
cinnamon toast
whoa,
crunch.
whoa, whoa,
You
whoa,
lying.
whoa. The number
You
has to
lying.
do with the time you gotta spend. I'm
You
not about to be
lying.
text. I'm not about to be
He's
texting
lying,
15
Well,
of
y'all.
that's
y'all at
you.
once.
Let me tell you why I know you lying.
Oh,
Because people that you dated,
Drop it.
because people that you dated, you use them for stuff. So you stop it. You stop it. If you're a
That's
real man, you're
because
totally
time is money. If I'm spending my
a real
time on you,
man.
you need to be spending your money. I
And if
didn't
you
tell
were a
y'all how
real
time
man,
is money
told you
work.
a
All
lie,
I
there
said is
you
time
go.
is money.
Here's the
no.
truth.
I
Here's
want to
the
hear.
truth.
Long story short, you lied.
Right.
There is
You
the
was a
You
lie
truth.
on you.
lied to
There it
me.
You
goes.
was a lie on
Because
you.
listen, yep, there you have it. Yep. Because listen, if you
Lie
are a real
on you.
man and you dating that many people, you better be getting something out of it. And I feel bad saying that as a woman, but come on.
But
Like
you
I
are.
hope you aren't. You
He
better
know he
not,
done got a couple,
dog.
hot
You got some
plates
Yeah.
and
food. I'll say some food women and
yeah.
some other women and
You,
some
yeah,
clothes
you
Well,
better
women.
not
one thing that y'all missing as women
be
is
sitting there.
that just because you getting it in with somebody, that's not considered dating as a guy.
No, and we just said the
Fact.
same
Yeah, we
thing.
said that.
That's what we just
But what
said.
I'm saying is if that's not considered dating, you knock them off. As a dude, you cannot pay attention. That's why Aisha said her biggest pet peeve is paying attention. You cannot properly pay attention as a guy to more than 2 girls at once. I've done 2 and literally felt like I was on a permanent Benadryl.
I mean,
It
I
takes a
think
lot.
that's called multitasking. I feel like that's just amazing
Guys
in
don't
general
have
for
that.
anything.
Guys don't
That
have
doesn't
that.
have
I'm
to do with
sorry.
dating.
Guys don't have that. We
That's
don't
what it is,
multitask.
though. Don't say it's for dating, though. You guys just don't have that period for
So
anything.
how do
You know
you
what I
date
mean?
multiple girls without
For
multitasking?
anything.
For
No,
anything.
I believe there's men that do. I truly do.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, listen,
Mm-hmm.
their pension check must be through the roof because you got to be a bad boy to keep up with all those lies. That's all I'm gonna
I'm
Some
say.
of these niggas is out here scamming
okay.
now. Okay, they're using somebody else's money, taking out, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
You
saying?
say you get money
Listen,
from
So,
A to go take out B.
Yeah.
now listen. I'm gonna
right.
be honest with y'all. Now listen, the reason I'm gonna agree with y'all to a point, but there's a difference between dating somebody and being a pimp. I'm not going into that level of thing. Now, if your main income
That's true.
is
That's
coming from
true.
dating these women, that's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
whole
yeah.
different
Okay.
That's
story.
totally different.
How the hell you working 40 hours a week or in school or doing something and you dating more than fucking 2 women? You
Yeah,
a
that's
bad
what.
motherfucker.
Yeah, that's totally different.
Period.
Yeah, that's shaft stuff right there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah,
But
to
I
me,
like
dating is
how
not physical.
you try to put us on blast first, and then
Yeah,
get to you
he
and
did that.
oh man, we only do 2 at a time.
Two.
That's all. That's
No,
all
I
we
did
can
not say
do.
that. I did not
You
say that.
lying.
I said women you care about, we only do 2. I said men can run it up to 10 or 12 if they don't give a shit about nobody on their roster. But
As can we.
but and I agree with that. I'm saying
Especially
that.
if
But
we're
if
not
you
having sex. Like to women, I feel like sex is like that's totally different. To me, dating is not sex. That's why I
Right.
can say that my number can be high because I've dated many people and not got physical. You know what I mean? That's a different level of thinking for
Yeah.
us.
Look
Because
at a lot of
women
people
and
that are
sex,
food niggas.
yeah, that's different. You know what I
Yeah, for
mean? But
sure, for
if we
sure.
just go into the movies, we just like doing stuff like that is not hard to do. Like I can have time to do that, especially back then. I can't now. I'm tired. But when I was in college and stuff, absolutely. I wasn't married. Come on now,
no
you know?
listen, and I'm agreeing with you, like I said, but there's a point where care comes into play. When you
Hmm.
actually care about somebody, that's a different level of attention that you're paying.
But I feel like
That's
that's not
not
dating anymore. I feel like that's more of you two starting to discuss
That's
That's dating
exclusive.
exclusivity.
Remember?
exclusive.
That's
Remember?
exclusivity.
That's
Yeah,
I
that's
said
not
more
exclusivity.
than
dating
one.
no more.
I said more than one. That's not exclusive at all. So
Okay.
for instance, like I'm gonna give y'all an
I'm
example.
confused. Yeah.
If you talking to somebody for 3 years,
Mm.
Okay.
4 years, and y'all been talking for this long, y'all been dating for this long,
Okay.
there's a certain amount of time that you have to spend on that. You know what I'm saying? Because that one has been around for this amount of time. They're not accepting no bullshit. So
That's not
it
true.
No, I don't
To me,
agree.
that's not true. Let me tell you why that's not true. Because if
mhm.
you're a real man and you straight up tell a first off, a woman isn't going to deal with anything she doesn't want to deal with, right? I'm not going to deal with you for 3, 4 years if I don't want to, knowing that you're messing around with someone else. If you're
Survey says
honest,
that's a lie.
that's
Because
not a lie.
if the penis is
It's
good
not.
enough, I
Oh
can keep you
Lord.
No,
around for about 3 to
Oh.
4 years.
I
Now
thought we
don't
weren't
play
no,
with me
talking
now.
about
no,
Listen,
intimacy
I'm
and
just
all of
saying
that.
no, but
no,
I'm saying 3, 4 years down the road. Who you dating for three,
no.
4 years, sis, without giving none up?
Nobody.
I
That's what I'm
mean,
saying.
I'm
We're
not.
not
Exactly.
we're not putting ourselves
Exactly.
in that situation though. But if a
That's true.
girl is able to do that, you best believe you better tell her straight up, like I'm dating around. If you're honest, and that's the problem with a lot of men, is like they're just not honest. If you were to approach me and be like, hey, listen, baby, we're about to date, but I'm also talking to other people, like I don't, you know what I mean? Like
Okay.
that's different. I just need you to
That
be
let me
honest.
know to keep my hoe.
First of
And
all,
if
that just
I'm
You got
dumb
turns
hoes,
enough,
I got hoes.
and if
that
Right.
I'm
just
dumb
turns
enough
y'all
to
to a
stay with
different
that,
level of crazy. That don't really do nothing but
No,
make
it
y'all
don't.
no,
crazier.
that's
I
not
don't want to hear that.
true.
That's
And that's
crap.
the problem you guys have because
Let
you
me
assume
burn
we
some
all would have
sage.
a
Let me
problem with
burn some
that.
sage, cause this nigga.
You might have to light up something a little bit more
Let me
greener than
burn some
that.
Yeah.
sage,
Because I'm gonna keep it real in this bad boy. No, but
Honesty is the best
that brought me
policy.
to this point. That brought me to this point.
cause there's some lies in here.
I know women are the biggest players on the planet. I'm not in denial about that. The women can do stuff that guys never will get away with.
Cause y'all slut.
Right. Because y'all don't use your brains.
But I'll take it back again. Guys can't multitask. Guys are sloppy. Uh, so with that being said, what's a okay amount for girls out here so they can know? And this is a little bit more on a serious note. What's an okay amount of guys to be sleeping with at once?
My mama told me.
You know,
No, you can only do one. I can only do one at once. I'm
Just
I
sorry.
one.
I
Just
can
Yeah.
only
one.
do one, but
One.
I feel like if you choose to do more than that and you're safe and you're getting tested and you're open with people and letting the people know, like, listen, this is what I'm doing because
Mm-hmm.
we're not being serious or whatever it is, and you make sure you're being safe, that's on you. Me personally,
Right.
uno.
Yeah.
But I I'm not gonna tell no girl, okay, just settle down with this one because you know what I'm saying? Like, no.
Everybody
Mm-hmm.
different.
Yeah, for sure. But for
It,
me,
Everybody is different.
one.
for a female, I just feel like we have babies. I'm not gonna lie
Exactly.
to you. At this age, especially, I feel like if you're having sex with somebody at this point of life, like you better start thinking about in case something accidentally happens. You know what I mean? Now there's many precautions that you can take. There's plan B and there's this and the other, which I do believe if you feel like you need to take it, take that. You know what I'm saying? But at this age, I feel like whoever you are having sex with, you need to be thinking about the long term in case something you have a little oopsie.
Absolutely.
Little oopsie. Yeah, and I don't play games with that no more. Like that's just ridiculous. Well, I mean, obviously I'm married, but even if I wasn't married, I wouldn't play games with that no more because this is like real life grown up stuff now. I'm not just
I
having no
full
baby with no
agree.
dumbass. You know what I'm
Right.
I
saying?
agree. I
Yeah.
agree. For me, I'm not a judgmental person. I feel like everybody is, free to do whatever it is that they choose to do, but I'm only being intimate with one person at a time. I definitely, like she said, if something was to happen, I don't want to be like, damn, I slept with whatchamacall and then I had twisted.
Right.
No, I want to know who the baby daddy is and can say it without a shadow of a doubt. Like I
Yeah.
don't have time for that. Just one at a
Yeah.
time. That's all I need.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be
Now this
Amari.
now this is what y'all was getting twisted with what I'm saying. This is where guys take off. Because guys don't have to have sex with one person at a time because we don't have babies. Y'all have the kids.
Yeah, you guys can
So
peace out.
Yeah, we know.
this is where our number goes a little bit higher than y'all into the
Mm-hmm.
tens and 15s and shit. Because this is what I was saying. Like I was talking about dating before. Now we're talking about sex. Now, how many girls we can have sex with at one time? Test your limits. You
Say
know what
that
I'm
one more
saying? Because
time.
Yeah, it's
Y'all,
opposite. It's opposite. We can date a
it's
lot of
opposite.
people,
That's exact.
and
Now
you
you see what
guys
I'm
can fuck
saying.
a lot of people because you
There you
don't
go.
up here you don't have that mental attachment. Us women, we're more emotional.
Hello.
So when it
There you
comes to
go.
sex, like that's totally different. Totally different.
No,
So yeah.
and that's exactly what I was saying. Like it's just totally
Mhm.
different. Tay, can you hear us? You good?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
Mhm.
can hear you. We
My
basically said,
headphones going in, they, dying and
yeah.
whatnot.
Okay. So listen, all I was saying is that guys can have sex with a multitude of women without catching feelings, without feeling a certain thing, but they cannot properly date more than two women without slipping up and acting a fool because we don't pay attention to
Because
detail,
you gotta pay that
and most of the
money.
time we don't give a shit. Just to keep it real. But that's the difference. And I wanted to put that out there for everybody. And on a lighter note, before we end this broadcast, I need to know the best first date you guys have been on. Let's start with Aisha.
um, dang. Oh, I know. This is easy actually. So like I had a really rough day. At actually a rough week at work. It was like a Thursday because I remember I had to go to work the next day. And one of the guys I was dating, this is when I was dating multiple people. One of the guys I was dating was like, "How was work?" And I said, "Actually, it was terrible." He was like, "Dang, okay, that's crazy. Like, what are you doing tonight?" I was like, "Nothing, just going home. Probably gonna go to sleep. I'm just not feeling it." He was like, "Okay, well, like, just get dressed. Like, we'll go out." And I'm like, "Okay." So I'm thinking we're gonna go to a bar, get drinks or whatever. Comes pick me up. We drive to Detroit, go to the casino, gave me $500. I'm not a gambler, so I blew that real quick. And like just bought drinks, had food. Like it was just so much fun. I ended up staying the night in the hotel. He bought me my own room, so he didn't try nothing or whatever. We went back the next morning. I went to work. I was very tired, but I just had like the best time. And it was like, wow, like were you planning that? I don't know.
Yeah.
I still to this day don't know if he was like already planning that. But it was just so nice to be like, I had a terrible day and somebody was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, let's just go do something." I'm thinking we about to stay in the city here and just go get a drink or something, go get some food. We go out of town and go to the casino and just give me some money to blow. It was really nice. So that was like my best date.
That's
I
what's
like
up.
that.
Listen,
So,
because spontaneous stuff is always fun.
Yes.
Little on the sugar daddy side for me because I'm not giving you $500.
I didn't expect it either because he know I can't gamble. I was like, I'm about to blow this. And he was like, yeah, go ahead, blow. I was like, no, you don't understand. I'm about to blow this. Like I
No,
can't.
like for real. Like that's some real boss shit though. Like and just to keep it 100, that's some real boss shit. If you can say here's 500, your day was bad. After you going out of town and paid for another room, that's real boss shit. That's
Yeah.
seriousness.
Mhm.
Uh, next we're going to Tay because I know she ain't ready.
Oh,
um,
that's
I
right.
The best first date for me was this guy took me to a concert. So anybody that know me, I always say my favorite thing to do is to laugh. And so we was talking before we actually went on the date, so he knew that. And we went to go see Mike Epps,
Oh,
Bruce,
that's
some
good.
more, and I just like had a really good time. We went to go have food and drinks afterwards, and it was just like I got to laugh and just enjoy myself, and that was like one of my best first dates.
Yo, that's dope.
It
I
is
So,
like
dope.
that.
Britt, best first date.
First off, this is a shout out to AOB because I don't know if you guys remember one of the best rap groups ever, but I see some All Out Boys in here today. My best first date for sure was when I went to see you, Chris. I don't know if you guys know this, but Chris used to be in a group called All Out Boys, and I got to see him rap. This was my first time. Not only was it good, because I had the opportunity to drive myself, so I drove to his show. I got the opportunity to like see him in his element, perform, like really get to know him. You know what I mean? Like it was just a really good time. We got to drink a little bit and then talk afterwards. So it was just really cool. And that was my best first day ever because I didn't feel obligated to stay with him if I didn't want to. I could just get in my car and leave if I wanted to. But I got to meet a lot of his
Aw.
friends and people that he really enjoyed to be around. And again, just to see him perform in a different element that I had never seen him in before because, you know, we went to college together and stuff. I had never seen him rap or anything like that. So that was definitely my best first date, which is crazy because all the ones I talked about were like over the top, but that was it. And it
That's it.
sounds
That
cheesy because
good
we're
answer.
married
Good
now.
answer.
No, it sounds cheesy.
Thanks,
People are
no.
people are probably like, yeah, right. Cue the violin. This bitch is lying. But no, for real, that was literally my best first date. I loved
Oh
No,
it.
shoot.
I love the
Aw.
company he kept. I love his friends. I still from this day. Like Pot Boy is on here right now.
That's dope.
I think Saab is on here right now. His
That is so
brother.
nice.
It was
Aw.
dope.
That is
It was
nice.
really dope. Yeah.
yeah. So, and out of all those first dates, let's ask this question: did the guy get some?
No.
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 No, no,
I
and
don't
No.
think so. Did we?
No.
no,
She's
We
talking
didn't,
about
did
did
we?
you?
Like we
Okay.
no,
was just, I'm gonna
So
ask you.
long.
Let
I
me
don't
ask
think, did we?
you.
no.
I don't want to
You
lie. I really don't remember.
no. You brought a friend with you. Remember?
You
Yes,
drove, remember? You was
Melissa.
trying to get away
Yep,
from me, remember?
I did, Melissa. I had to
Yeah, yeah,
remember because I did go back to his apartment to chill and talk, but I couldn't remember. But Melissa came. She was pregnant at the time. I remember that.
Oh wow, that was a while ago
Yeah,
then.
that was a long
yeah.
time ago.
He
Yeah.
like, I would have got it. But you brought
But
your
you brought
friend
your
with
friend.
Ladies, bring a friend with you if you want to make sure you're in the
Bring a
right.
pregnant friend with you. If
Right.
you listen, if
That's
you
what I
really
did.
want to make
She
sure,
wasn't that pregnant
She's
though.
talking
Please
about I
don't make
would
it seem
have you.
like she was only like a couple, like maybe a month. Don't make it seem like that was
Oh
a horrible
shoot.
friend had her out like super pregnant. She wasn't that pregnant yet.
That's
So
no.
hilarious.
And Melissa was cool as all outdoors. That had nothing to do with us. I think I was just drunk and tired.
and
But
she, yeah, and she's my best friend, my maid of honor. And I remember when we left, she legitimately said, "I love him."
Aw.
So that meant a
yeah.
lot to me, for real.
hmm
Mhm.
Listen,
That's a
and
gentleman.
I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. We going out on this note, and I know this might take a quick second, but a lot of this episode has been about what girls expect on the date, what's their pet peeves, what they get. In in your opinion, what do guys get from going on a date? Like what is their incentive to take you on a date? Like what do they have that were they about to pull out money out? Because clearly all of y'all have said that y'all not going if y'all got to pay.
I didn't say that. I didn't
So
say
you
that.
Just
so
let
Tay,
me know in
you
advance.
paying
I
for a first
definitely
date?
didn't say that. I
I
definitely didn't
mean,
say that.
it all
Yeah.
depends on the type of first date. Honestly, like I will pay for some little. I'm not trying to go all out. I'm not going all out for nobody unless I really mess with you. Like I'm gonna
Right.
be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I really rock with you. For me to like spend my money and want to take you out on dates, I don't have a problem with it. I'm saying if we didn't discuss that prior to the date, don't just pop and spring that up on me
Right.
at the date. No, I
Mhm.
need to know ahead of time that
How
either
would
I'm
he have
paying
to
for
ask you?
myself.
Hey, can you pay for us on this date?
He could have
How should he ask you?
He could have been like, so
Now
who's paying?
I need to know how this works.
He could have been like, so who's paying for the date? You, me, and then let me decide. I could be like, oh, well, I don't mind paying for the first date. But if you are asking to take me on a date, I'm not asking to take me on a date. I will ask a guy that I'm, talking to. You wanna hang out? It's everything on me. But if you ask me, then I am under the impression that you are gonna pay for it.
You planned it. You got it covered.
Listen,
Otherwise, why even
I'm gonna
ask?
jump in here. I'm gonna jump in here because this is one of my pet peeves.
Hmm.
I don't give a shit if it's a date, a party, a yacht party, a boat.
Here you go.
Listen,
Here you
if you
go.
invite somebody somewhere as a grown ass person,
Oh,
and I'm
he
gonna take
did
the
the one.
screen.
Yeah, he took
If
it.
you invite somebody somewhere as a grown ass person, they shouldn't have to pay for a thing, not
No.
nothing.
Nope.
I
Yeah.
You know what I'm
didn't.
saying? Because you're inviting them. So regardless of who, where you going, splitting the bill or paying the bill shouldn't have to be worried about if somebody invited you.
I agree
That's
with
all I
you.
had to say.
I agree, but you want to also know what? I feel like people put too much pressure on first dates or dates in general. Why, as you guys are planning it over text or on the phone, can't you just straight up talk about it before you
You
go on the
can
date?
because it's far
You know
less
what I mean?
embarrassing if you already know, like, okay,
Yes.
cool, I'm going here with you. I'm paying for my shots or whatever it is,
Yes.
and then we whatever. As opposed to you getting
Yes.
there and then you got an embarrassing situation and you mad.
That's
You
Yes.
like, what is
exactly.
Let's just
this?
talk about it. We
So,
talk
like
about
he
everything
said,
else.
as far as paying for stuff, I'm the friend that, like, all of my friends, we all take turns, taking a bill. So it's nothing. It's nothing. It was all about it being sprung on me at the last minute.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I don't mind paying for dates if I'm dating a guy, but I'm definitely potential girlfriend. We in this thing. At this point, I
Mm-hmm.
know that it's exclusive because prior to that, I can't see myself. Me and play too many games.
Mm-hmm.
I
Okay,
care about my money.
so listen here. We got that out the way. We
Hmm.
got that out the way. The person who invites the other person should be the person who pays.
They should be, but
Sure.
let's talk about it beforehand. It's that simple. So
No,
it
Right.
dead
doesn't
serious.
have to be
Okay,
like
so
that.
that's out the way. Let's knock this last question out. Now, what in the
Do y'all
hell
hear
do
me?
guys get?
Yeah.
Yeah, to
What the
Okay.
me,
hell do guys get from taking y'all uh bougie asses on a date?
let me tell
Like,
you what you get.
what are we? Because listen, before we go there, we
You
got
get to
the
look
Yeah,
at
comments
my
that say
fine ass.
my time,
yeah,
finding a good woman.
yeah.
What do we get from taking y'all asses on a date?
I agree with that.
What the
I
hell do
mean,
you want
did
from
you
taking
eat?
somebody on a date? Like, I thought this was a mutual, common interest. We want to get to know each other. We both gaining the same thing. We're like, I don't get it. You
That
don't get nothing.
right, like you get to
Okay.
know me, but also like, okay, so we went to go eat, and
Right,
let's just say it didn't go well. Did you eat? Okay, so you got a meal out of it. Like,
right,
Hmm.
you
exactly.
got to
You
share a
got some
meal with
good
somebody.
conversation. You got to look at my pretty ass the whole time. I mean, what more do you
At
want
I
from
say
me?
at the baseline, you got to share a meal with me. But above that, like, you got to get to know me if we're like gonna continue on, like if this is gonna be a second date, third date, whatever. Like, now you know more about me, I know more about you. If this is a one and done type situation, like, not really my
I
type, at
agree.
least you got conversation and you was probably gonna eat by yourself.
Not
So
on,
Listen,
yeah.
eating by yourself costs a lot different than eating with you. But
Listen,
babe,
but you wanted it.
what's your answer, babe? What do we get out of taking y'all on dates
Yeah.
in the beginning? They're
You
not
see,
married dates. Married dates is totally different.
I was about to talk about Mary Days. You see how your name is Captain Arrogant?
Yeah.
I'm Mrs. Arrogant, and before you, I was Miss Arrogant. So
oh
again, I feel like you get my time, and now in 2020, you get at least a good Instagram picture to say that you were with me. Like, there's proof now. You know what I
no,
mean?
you don't
So
get that from me.
You're
I'm
not
sorry.
getting no
oh,
picture
you
with me,
don't get
baby.
that because I might take a
Absolutely
picture
not.
with you.
See,
You
listen,
want to
you
take a
No.
old
picture with
now.
me?
No
You've been
rice, no
married too long.
chicken,
You
no
old.
champagne. You
Oh,
get nothing.
you get
Picture
no
no
face, no
proof.
Listen,
case. You get
getting
none
a
of that.
picture with me, getting a picture
You
with me
get
though
nothing.
is a big deal. So
It's just
Right,
you just
you got a
chilling.
following, so
Enjoy the
that's
vibe. You catching the vibe when you with me.
to just say you went out with
catching
Brit
them out.
Grant is a big
You're
deal.
catching the vibe.
Listen, I'm gonna
No,
be
that's
honest
how
with
I
you.
feel though. My time is everything. So if I'm giving you my time, I'm not, all jokes aside. If I'm giving you my time, I feel like that's what you get out of it. Like, and I certainly hope that you guys feel the same about yourselves. You know what I mean? Like when we date you, you should feel the
Sounds
same way.
hilarious.
Like this girl got my time, so it should be the same thing. What else would you get? What else do you
What do
want?
you want?
Yeah,
Listen, and I'm gonna put this in perspective for y'all. So y'all can tone down all of the necks and
I
the
see
arms and
people.
the hands.
I see people saying no
Tone it
pictures.
You
down.
My
talking to
bad, y'all.
me?
I've been married too
Some of
long.
the
You talking to
listen.
me?
I already knew. Listen, I already knew what answer y'all was gonna give me. It was a setup question from the beginning. So y'all ain't gotta
Oh,
explain it like that.
it
All I'm
wasn't because I
saying
knew you
is,
were gonna ask that. Yeah, I knew
listen,
that's what
I
you were
asked
thinking.
that because as a dude, and for people who just now joining, we got some people joining right now. The question is, what do guys get out of first dates and dates in general? As a dude, we plan to take you out. We plan in the date. We have to invite you, which means putting ourselves out there. We have to take your ass on a date, whether you social or not, whether you are fun or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the Chuck E. Cheese and the not paying for B dubs. I'm talking about real dates. So if
Mm,
we gotta take you on these, and
mm.
all you telling me as your answer is you get my time, nigga, that don't add up.
What do you want?
What do you
Right.
want? Yeah, we asked you that. What do you want?
Do we get a
I don't
up
feel
in the
bad. I'm
standings,
sorry.
or
Thank
do
you.
we get a up in the standings, or like is there a money limit on how much we gotta pay to open the legs, or give me something? I need to know
Oh,
what
so
we get.
you okay? You could have just
Yeah,
you could
no.
just answered the question. That's what
Yeah,
y'all
you
wanted.
just answered it. You want
I'm
sex?
saying, do we do okay? So if I take you on a good first date, answer this: if I take you on a
Okay.
good first date, bomb first date, do I like go up in the standings on your roster, or
You
like
might go up, but that don't mean you
I
get
go up
to.
and yeah.
But you don't get the prize.
No.
You
I ain't saying nothing about the prize. I'm saying like, what do
What?
guys get from this? Like, what are we playing for? Because the field is not even. Whether y'all want to admit it or not, the field is not even. Y'all playing for
You
fun. We
tell
playing for
us.
let me holler at you in
Why do
sports
y'all want to
terms.
date us?
Let me
Yeah.
holler at you in sports terms. So you're a football team. You're mediocre at best. 8-8.
uh-huh, uh-huh.
You got a chance to make it to the playoffs, but you got a ways to go.
Well, we're Buckeye fans, so this might not be a good example because
Please don't
we're
start with
winners.
please don't start
Catch
with me.
someone else.
Please don't start with me. Thank you. Um, so you win a game. Do you expect now that you're 9-8? Oh, we play off. We winning. Like no, you still
But
have a ways to
that's
go.
assuming that I'm taking you on average ass date.
No,
I'm saying
not at
a
all.
good first date. So for instance, we're gonna put it in sports terms. We 11-4. I
Okay.
need you to tell me what I get for 11-4 ass date. Like what do we get out of this situation? Because from what I've heard, is my time, my effort, we the prize. Like, and I, you
A
know
second
me, my
date.
last name on here is arrogant. I believe everybody should have a certain amount of self confidence. But if you're selling a service, there has to be the proper amount of product slash service for what you're charging.
Okay.
What is a guy getting from this whole deal?
You move up to 12-4.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I'm entertaining you again. Maybe we can go on another date. Because there's been many a times I've been on a terrible date and I cut them off, blocked them. You didn't hear from me again. So,
So
I
next level.
mean, yeah, next
Yeah.
level. That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay, that's all I was
Period.
asking.
And I do feel, and you wouldn't want anything other than that, anyways. Like, if I mean, maybe you would as a man, but I just feel like if we're too easy, you guys don't like that either.
No, and a great
Shit,
songwriter said, "Pop that pussy
shit,
for a real nigga," but
yeah,
we're not gonna
Can
go
y'all hear
there.
me? My headphones died.
Yeah,
Yes.
we
yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Okay, cool.
We getting ready to wrap it up anyway. Everybody,
Yes.
listen.
My gosh,
Make
this was
sure you
enjoyable.
go follow Tay and always Miss D on Instagram. Make sure that you guys are grabbing y'all a bottle of Bel Air because it goes down on Love Lockdown. Mrs. Kisses. If you want your titties sitting high, that's
Yeah,
where you want to go. Listen,
So
and we got a
petty.
plethora of titties on here today. So listen, this is the best promotion that they gonna get.
we're probably all
So
combined like triple Z's. We're probably Z's.
listen,
It's crazy.
plethora. It's heavy in here.
Okay.
Period. It's heavy in here. I'm trying to tell you. So at the end of the day, y'all, I really appreciate y'all coming on the last episode and showing
Thanks
us
for
love.
having me.
Thank you.
Listen, y'all will be
I
back on the
enjoyed
next season. We love the episodes. We had a ball,
it.
but we
I
gotta
have fun too.
go. We'll be back in October, right?
In October, guys, listen, we enjoyed you guys so much this season. It was enjoyable, especially being that this is our first season live. Like, people were telling us we need to go live, and we were a little hesitant because I got YouTube, and I was like, damn, I can't do nothing else that I got to dress up for and entertain people. Like, it stressed me out at first, but I really, from the bottom of my heart, enjoy every single one of you that came on, communicated with us, always like just said things and gave us ideas. Like, you guys are the bomb. Bel Air, thank you so much for sponsoring the
Oh
show.
yeah.
Check out, it's Flowing What?
Flowing,
It's
never forcing
Flowing Never Forcing. I've got
on
products from
Instagram,
her
and you
on
can look us up on the
Instagram. Got a
internet. We got an
website.
online store. So
Yeah,
Gotta
check
check
We'll
it
be
out
out
link,
now.
we'll be
Aisha's
linking both
diapers.
stores below on
Yeah,
Facebook right after the show.
everything's gonna be
So
posted.
make sure you go check out these stores. Listen, these are some great women. I know I put them to the test
Wonderful.
today, and they stood up like straight G's. Yo, I appreciate y'all.
We love
We
you
up out of
guys,
here.
seriously.
Love y'all.
Love
Hey,
you.
after party on FaceTime, just us four.
Just us
Yo,
four.
it's going down. So
Go give us a
love y'all.
5-star
We out.
rating. Give us a
Oh,
5-star rating on Apple Podcasts too, guys. We appreciate it, especially since we're not coming back to October. That will be a big help.
please
Help us get
do.
sponsors. Yes. Peace, guys.